West Michigan health experts reporting a big surge in COVID-19 cases.
Our Annie Satowski spoke with the president of Spectrum Health West Michigan in this week's Medical Moment.
And the numbers we're seeing now are so much worse in West Michigan than the numbers we ever saw in the spring.
A stark report from president of Spectrum Health West Michigan, Dr. Daryl Elmouchi.
Our maximum peak of inpatients at Spectrum Health across all our hospitals in May was 85. Today we're sitting at 162, and every day that is rising. And those numbers are definitely concerning.
Dr. Elmouchi says there are a few reasons for that surge.
It's a combination of us all being indoors more. It's getting darn cold out there. I think it is just fatigue and everybody pushing it a little more. Instead of being with, another family, we're with 2 or 3 other families.
And while COVID fatigue is a real thing, Dr. Elmouchi is hoping everyone will buckle down and take proper precautions.
And if we don't start really going back to the basics, wearing masks, staying away from one another in a socially distant manner, and being smart about this, we will see this explode in our communities.
He says that's important so the healthcare system doesn't get overwhelmed.
We envision that all of the hospitals across this side of the state, at least, if things keep going as they are, exponentially rising, that it wouldn't be very long, weeks to a month or so, before all of us are fully at capacity. Our big concern would be that even common illnesses become much more deadly when healthcare is overwhelmed, and we don't want it to be that way.
The good news is Spectrum Health is prepared.
We now have so much more knowledge about the virus, and we have very solid supply chain of PPE, which clearly was a big problem for everyone in the spring. And so one would argue that it's safer to be in one of our facilities at Spectrum Health than to be almost anywhere else out in the community.
Dr. Elmouchi says they've been increasing their testing capabilities and have made adjustments to allow drive-through testing all winter.
We've set it up now in a way where we think we can get through the coldest of the winter months and still have very high volume of testing.
He says if we all work together right now, he's hopeful we can turn this trend around.
This is a real disease. Real people are getting sick. Real people are dying. Young people, old people, our parents and our friends.
Annie Satowski, Fox 17 News.
And Spectrum Health is continuing elective surgeries and other procedures. In the meantime, they say it's important for people to keep up on their vaccines and also their routine doctor's appointments as well.
Good reminders indeed for all that stuff.